So today I thought I'd show you somewhere really special. This is Manda Island, not far from Lamu, on the Kenyan coast. And you come across by boat to this secret sanctuary. And it's all about sound healing with the most amazing woman, Marcella, Italian lady. And she has agreed to do a little film with me so I can show you and talk about it because it's really special. So come with me. So this is Marcella's sound studio. Just the most beautiful place. I don't know if you can see it, but you can just hear a bit of bird song. It's really quiet. And here is the lovely lady herself. Thank you so much.
Oh, welcome.
Oh, so grateful. So I've been seeing Marcella when I've been in Kenya for the last couple of years, coming to this extraordinary place. And I just thought it'd be really nice to share a little bit about what sound healing is, because we're hearing so much more about it, aren't we? Vibrational energy.
Exactly.
Can you explain what it does?
Yeah, so I can explain the way I use sound, because sound is a tool. Okay, so I use it as a tool for transformation, particularly the sound of the gong, because they move a lot of energy and they can detect any kind of blockage, whether it's in the body, whether it's in emotional, whether it's at the soul level. We can work in different layers with sound.
So the sound has a frequency and an energy. I mean, we know that because of ultrasound technology. You know, it has an effect.
Yeah.
What is actually happening? I mean, is it changing the cells, or is there a physiological action of sound?
Yeah, there is. What I use it for is like to start with reducing stress, because everything in our life, any disease, start from stress. And so when I was researching how to address stress, sound was keep on coming out. And so the way I create a practice is to bring the body in a state of deep relaxation, and so that we can start seeing what comes up from there.
Okay, so let's come a little bit closer so you can see some of these amazing, these are gongs, and you've got bowls.
So I have like a sequence.
Mm-hmm.
So I start by using a shamanic drum for the meditation.
Okay.
In which I start calming the body and calming the body and releasing any stress.
So what does that sound like? It's almost like a heartbeat, isn't it?
Exactly. So immediately start bringing someone into a deeper state and connecting to the inner self.
Okay. And then you move on and use different...
Yeah.
Do you use the bowls?
Yes. Then after that, I use the bowl to do really a scan on the body and bring the body down to where I believe it.
Isn't that amazing?
You can add
Wow. I have to say, standing next to them when you're doing that, I can feel the energy.
Yeah.
I mean, even Kit, who's filming on my phone, is like nodding, going, wow, we can feel it going
so there's
through your
one
body.
thing I really want to express. So sound works with an intention. It's very important for me to set an intention, because we are going to go in a deeper state and we're going to tap into our subconscious mind. And so it's very important for the practitioner and the facilitator to set an intention.
To have an intention,
yes,
when you're listening.
When you listen,
okay.
And when you play. So I set my intention and the participant set his own intention.
Okay.
And then after, when the body is very relaxed, then I start using the sounds. I have few ways of playing the gongs. And so I usually start with some very gentle, start bringing up. That's extraordinary. And then when I I start moving the energy of the gong, then I start. So in a way you create a crescendo.
And do the gongs have different sounds? Do you use them for
Absolutely.
different things? And are you encouraging like different brain waves? You know, you talk about theta waves and delta waves.
So the whole practice brings you down to a state of theta brain waves.
Theta, that's the idea, theta brain waves.
So now we are in beta brain waves, we go down to a state of theta brain waves,
Okay.
which is a very healing state, because the body is in total relaxation, it starts regenerating itself. This is what the body does all the time.
Yeah.
And the mind is awake and aware and can start going in places where it needs to be released energetically or just for...
Yeah, I have to say, when you go into that state and your brain is just hearing these sounds and you get the vibrations, it is like you are fast asleep, but your brain is
awake and aware.
Is awake and exactly
it's
aware
called
and processing.
The non-sleep state.
Non-sleep state.
Is a very healing state, because we process a lot of things and we come to a calm state. So I really use them all together in order to create that, and it's very intuitive. I really use my intuition, how I feel, and then I keep on reading the room and the participant, because you need to understand it is not too much. You know, you need to be careful too, because sometimes you can generate fears. You know, the gong is opening up to many things, and sometimes fear come up, which is good in a way, because then you can address what the cause of fear is, but at the same time you don't want to push too much. So I'm always kind of in touch with that.
Okay. And then at the end of the session, how do you bring somebody out of that sort of trance-like state?
So it's very important for me the way we end. So I have two ways. So I usually come out of the gong with the ocean drum.
Ocean drum?
It replicates the sound of the water. And the way the waves hit the... And so I use this to kind of do the last release. And then I start to call back with the chime. Very calming and soothing sound that can just
I want one of these.
It brings you back to like a child state. And so it's calming. And then I also use this that are harmony bars, and this is for the very ending. I play this, and then it's like really the kind of wake. But very important for me after that is to keep 3 minutes of silence, because silence is the yin and sound is the yang. So sound moves, and during the silence you really kind of absorb all the sounds. So it's very important to me to keep, before you come out of any practice, to keep these 3 minutes of silence for integration.
Wonderful. Marcella, you're brilliant. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
You've generously shared. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed. Pop me a note in a comment if you've tried sound healing, sound therapy. I'd love to know your thoughts. See you next time.